My name is Marilyn. I'm a targeted individual in Kettering, Ohio, and I wanted to share with you what I believe is happening in the gang stalking network, organized stalking, contract stalking. And so I think they mimic on a lower economic level for the poor and the working class and the middle class and many rich people who are not the 1%. They mimic some kind of like entrapment. And we've all heard about this in the media, and the truth movement has exposed this, where people are trapped because they've been filmed doing things illegally, they have committed crimes, and they're being held hostage basically by an elite group, and they choose to stay in that organization than be exposed for doing something criminal. And so groups that do this, the Illuminati have been exposed. Masons, secret organizations, even the medical community. There's thousands and thousands of organizations that probably have some secret code. Now, the gang stalkers are committing similar crimes. Remote neural monitoring, they commit pedophilia. And I was just getting ready for work, and a perp said, because I was going over this in my mind, and they said, "Oh, don't say it out loud," because it scared them that they would be trapped as gang stalkers. One of the things that they have done is that they have exposed themselves as willing to do pedophilia and or willingly and give up that information that they are interested in hurting children. And so every perp that's from Dayton, because I listed, I can hear their thoughts. Brian, his name's Brian, he's from Kettering. He basically does drug running, and he acts like a handler's. He's like the assistant of several handlers that are probably in Kettering, and he's kind of keeping an eye on the hive quietly, kind of participating. And the only thing they told him, the agenda about my targeting, is that she needs to be controlled. They never gave specifics, and the blacks just went into a rage about how they would do it. And now it's just gotten so sick and twisted that, like, I have to continue to make these videos. So, example, and they just reminded me of one. One of the sodomites, he has AIDS, and he was remotely viewed. He had told me this. It could be a lie, but why would you tell a lie like this? Okay, and they often bring it up to keep him in check. He's quite powerful. His brain, he likes to dominate everybody, and he freebases to do this. He's totally paranoid about being exposed, and he doesn't want to sleep. I was going to my mother's house, and he said he was talking to the hive, and they do this. It's like a cell phone, just communication. I was viewed molesting this boy, a teenager, and he gave him AIDS. He didn't know he was being viewed. So they watch you, for years, and they collect data on you. So Gary constantly keeps him in line saying, "You don't want me to tell the community of Dayton that you gave AIDS to people and gave AIDS to this teenage boy." Well, now it's blackmail, and it's bullshit. He's not going to do it. I'd do it. All right, I'm the only one that would probably go tell the mother. Okay, so an elite person, when they go to California, I forget what this area is called. It's in the Redwood Forest. It's just tragic. It's a beautiful place. And these politicians and these one percenters that own large corporations, bankers, military people, generals, they go there and they sodomize boys. Okay, and then this is just a rumor. I've never seen it. And so they say, well, and one of the victims had come forward as an MK Ultra victim of sexual abuse from politicians, and then her daughter, and her name's Cathy O'Brien, I think, and it's horrendous, and she's been outspoken. Roseanne Barr's given her support emotionally, and she gives speeches and lectures. She's written books. You can check her out. And so there's other whistleblowers, a lot of wives. Um, and so if you're running for office and you've molested children, which is why that case with that man that committed suicide, he probably provided the children for the deep state and the military industrial complex and all these elite people, and then they're filmed and blackmailed, and it's a contract. It's not. I don't believe it's. You could say Luciferian. It's just a way to manipulate someone to control them. The gang stalkers do this in remote neural monitoring. They're viewed doing all kinds of horrendous shit, and so when you're viewed as a TI, you need to be conscientious of that you're being watched, and try to be as honest and good as you possibly can. Not so much that you are, because you don't have to be, but that is a strategy to stay out of that group. Because if you're doing criminal behavior and they're watching you, they can, if they're clever and they're nasty enough, they'll use it against you to control you and try to make you a gang stalker or just be a continuous victim of torture. Because lots of people in America like to torture us. Lots of Americans get on the broadcast, the EMF broadcast, and watch you get tortured. And we have fans that watch us. They say, we like to torture this man, this woman, and they have teenagers and elderly people they do this to. What kind of sadistic behavior that you're into is a psychopath. So we're those victims. And I had written a paper in college about, I forget the crime, and they might be telling me to forget. It's a crime where, oh my God, where the people snuff films. And, I don't know why I picked that, but these are the people that are gang stalkers. It's like a snuff film. Your suicide is a snuff film that they drive you to suicide. They're watching your feelings, they're looking through your eyes. This is very serious, and it's nothing to be afraid of. But be very aware of your thoughts and your behavior. You don't want to be going out there doing criminal behavior and breaking the law. And just because you can't get caught, you could have thousands of people that know what you did. You see, so these fools will do it, and they don't really know why they're doing it. And it doesn't matter if they knew or not, you did it. So these pedophiles watching me, I'm listening to you, and I've exposed you. I sent an email to Ivanka Trump, so the first lady's daughter, and I've sent letters to Interpol, emails. I write senators. I don't care if it looks crazy. Synthetic telepathy, remote neural monitoring. These people are playing games with pedophilia. So our community has recruited these losers and pulled them into the gang stalking. These are our gang stalkers. They're the pedophiles and rapists and killers of our community, of our country, of our planet Earth. We got to take them out. We got to take them down. So if you're not a goody two shoes, that's fine. I didn't pick that word. Don't be scared. But criminal behavior of any sort is not a strategy. It's not that it makes TIs look bad. It's a war. Your mind is fighting thousands of people. You go to the TI community for support. They can't really help you except give you advice and suggestions on what they do and what they think is appropriate. But be careful. Your sexual activity, whatever it is, it's exposed, it's out there, and it's uploaded on the computer. Your relationships, the crimes you committed and you didn't get caught. I personally don't have fear of that, okay? Because the crime being committed against me is so heinous that any little petty shit that I've done, it's like someone, I won't say, but get a job, pay your bills, be straight, get the American dream. You're suffering, I'm suffering. Be clean, think clean, be good, be godly, love your family. take care of yourself, take care of your family, talk to your neighbors, okay? Take care of yourself and your home. They want you to look insane. That's the other thing, or they're trying to make you look mentally ill, and we're not. It doesn't matter if your husband doesn't believe you. That's not his. It's not his problem. It's your problem. Figure out a way to keep him. And I didn't say that. This perp's talking to me. So far, I've been using my own words. A couple words they've added. You don't need to leave your family. But their privacy is being violated. Okay, so when you look into the eyes of your family, you got a pedophile looking right through you. You remember that.